Alex.
Hey, mate.
Thank you for inviting me out again. Those will remember my crash on the v-strom over in the summer. And I know what you're thinking, Freddie, it's time to move on now to go up in the CC category to a 1200 now with all of my experience. Two Triumph 1200 XCs, the biggest scrambler.
Yeah, their best sort of off-road one with all the, you know, heavy-duty equipment, long travel suspension, all the guards and things.
For someone who is really, really good off-roading, this is the real deal, this one, isn't it?
I really like this. This is one of my favourite modern classics because it does off-road really well. Yeah, I've had this earlier in the year and loved it.
Is that 1200cc engine just completely unnecessary for off-roading, or once you get to a certain level, do you genuinely find it good?
No, it's too much, but it's a gorgeous engine to ride with. You don't need 1200, and I've recently had the 900 as well. It's just different. Yeah.
I was initially quite daunted by this because these are the two XEs, 13,300 pounds, 89 horsepower, 230 kilos. The seat height's 870 mil, if my memory serves me. And that initially does look really daunting, but I was surprised actually, it does drop down a bit. So 6'1", I wasn't sure if I'd be able to flat foot it, but it's perfectly easy actually to be able to flat foot these. The thing for me is here, in the depths of winter, December, these tyres, what would we call them? Dual sports?
Yeah, they're more road, aren't they?
And it is so slippery today.
It's very snotty.
So we were probably going to do something maybe a bit more hardcore, but Alex, I think, realised that I won't be capable of that. So we're 10 minutes away from your place. This, amazingly, with this beautiful scenery, is within the M25. We're probably 10 miles from London here.
Yeah, not 10 or 15, something like that.
Which is...
I don't know exactly.
Incredible. So we've got off-roading tracks here. Nothing's going to be too hardcore, although I'll be completely honest, we were coming up this really wet track. I was doing about 10 miles an hour and I could already feel the back fishtailing and slipping out. And when you can feel that, I start going rigid like that. This is the thing. So it'll be really interesting to see how I do. I've also been watching one of Alex's videos with Scrambler of London. Mm-hmm. He's a really good off-roader in my eyes. Very good. And even he came off with you on one of them, didn't he?
Yeah, similar trails to what we did on the Suzukis earlier on in the year, yeah.
Alex, what have you got planned for us
So today, Freddie, I think we'll keep it easy because it's very cold and very wet and could be very slippery with those tyres on. But this area, you know, it's only about a mile long, but there's a load of little things that we can do to, you know, get you a little bit practiced up on this bike with those tyres. And then once we've hung out here for a bit and you're a little bit more confident, maybe we can attack some other stuff. But it's sort of dependent on if it's going to rain more, how cold we are, how slippery it really is. Something on setup, I just want to say, this bike is set up, we've set the sag on this bike. So the sag is the amount the bike comes down when you're sat on it. So these bikes, you can actually adjust the sag at the front here and on the back. Mm-hmm. The back shocks are here, so you can wind the tension on the spring.
Okay.
We've set them up for Jasper and I, who weigh about 85, 90, 95, somewhere around there. And this bike's still set up for Jasper. Yeah. So maybe if we had a little bit more time later on, we might wind these down so the bike came down a touch.
Yeah.
Also, traction control.
Yeah, what's this bike got? Traction control?
So, like for the road, it's got road, rain, I think it's got sport, can't remember. Yeah. But then off-road, there's off-road and there's off-road pro. Mm-hmm. Off-road pro has no aids and you can turn them all off in that, which is how I like to ride. But there's also off-road, which has more subtle.
What does a novice use?
I might recommend go on just off-road, standard off-road, yeah. Cool. Be good for traction control on the back. You don't want to slip out too quick.
Yeah. How much, honestly, will off-road help with these tyres?
Yeah, not a lot.
Does it do anything, truthfully, Alex?
I think it will. It'll notice when you're spinning up, because the worst thing you want to do is spin and then the back end comes out and you slip away. Yeah, that which can happen so easily.
Purely from a looks point of view,
Very purposeful, aren't they?
they're really good looking bikes. I also love the fact they don't have any plastic, so
Yeah.
you know, if you drop it, there's nothing really to break. They look solid,
Yeah.
don't they? Alex, let's go. Before I go, actually, I really want to show you this bit, because this is the first bit we're going to do, isn't it? I'm
Yeah.
going to grab the camera and show you the first bit that I have to navigate. It doesn't look like much. This is the problem on camera, but it's a bit daunting already. Alex will be doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff, so check out his channel, Classic Motorbike Channel.
Classic motorcycle channel.
Classic, what did I say?
Classic bike channel.
Classic Motorcycle Channel. Damn it! Alex will be filming a lot of behind the scenes, so check out his channel, the Classic Motorcycle Channel. Picture here, linked in the description. This is the first challenge for me. We're coming off a chalky bit here, and there must be about that much standing water here that I need to try and get through.
So don't know if the camera can see that, but that bit is going to be slippery anyway with those tyres on. But
Yep.
once you get over there, to have any pace whatsoever, so that bit there is going to be quite slippy to start with, because the bike's going to come over there and that's chalk. So yeah, I know
That
they're
chalk
going to
looks
slip on that.
quite pleasant to ride on.
Yeah, you've got to keep a straight line. As soon as you start to turn, you know, those tyres aren't going to grip. So you're going to, I know this area. So you're going to come through here, and the line you're going to take, I reckon you're probably going to go straight down this one. And the front wheel's going to want to slide. That will be okay as long as you sort of keep it in first gear, maybe go to second. But
Please
yeah.
don't tell me, Alex, this is the type of thing I have to go through at a decent speed.
No,
No,
you can
okay,
go whatever
fine,
speed
fine.
you want. While we're here, we're going to get some slower speed stuff, just so you can get used to. Freddie hasn't ridden the bike hardly at all, so you need to get used to how the bike's going to react just in these tiny little corners.
Okay, I'll be completely honest, there is a certain amount of apprehension, certain amount of nerves, but that's a good thing. I want to push myself and see what I'm capable of, but secondly, I'm very, very keen to eventually really try and get better at off-roading, whether that means picking up a cheap 250cc off-roader or just keep going out on things like this, because I'd love to be at a level where I can really make the most of off-roading. I'm very, very keen to push myself here. So this is a good step. I don't know how he controls it when it's snaking like that. I've got to try this now. Oi. Woo! Oh.
Put it in Off-Road Pro.
Oh, Pro.
I think so, because you're not going to spin it up. And just really ease on the clutch. Are you in Off-Road Pro with traction control off?
Oh.
I don't think you were. Go down one. And click that middle select button.
That track there was me at my absolute limit. There was a bit there where I spent about a minute and a half trying desperately to get it up the track. I didn't have the ability to get any traction into the wheels onto the ground, and I was there for 2 minutes or something. And of course the inevitable happened. I dropped the bike. So I had to go and get Alex to get me out of that situation. I couldn't get out of it. Then eventually I managed to make it up the rest of it, but wow, that took every single percentage of my mental ability and my biking ability to be able to get it out of that. And you can just see the state of these bikes. They look so good in this state, but it's not just the bikes. I'm filthy. I've walked in minimum 4 dog poos, so I don't know where the dog poo stops and the mud starts, and a bird has just pooed on my bag as well, so everything is ruined. I meant to show you these at the start of the video, coarse winter gloves. These are excellent. I've had these for about a year and a half, and they're so good I don't even wear inner liners with those. I'll put the details in the written description. And on top of that, I've also got my coarse backpack. This is also from XL Moto, like the gloves. So I'll put the details in the written description. Loads of pockets, very rugged, and importantly for a day like today, 100% waterproof. This is my natural environment. Pubs or cafes. So I'll give you a quick tour of here, because this is a 500-year-old pub that's been turned into a farmhouse and cafe. It's incredible to think that we are so close to London. You've got this unspoilt countryside with Botley Hill Farmhouse, 16th century country inn. What a stunning building. And to the side of it, this is where we got our coffee and pastry. I'll quickly peer my head through and show you what this looks like. I haven't actually been in here yet. Just look at that. Hello, sorry, just filming to show what it looks like in here. And all the cakes on the side. What a little place. And I'll show you in here quickly. The doors here look like they're about 5 foot tall, and I guess this is the place for main courses and things like that. Ah, that's definitely a more formal place. Brilliant. How stunning is this?
Yeah, cool.
Wow! I'm stuck! Assistance needed, Alex.
Okay, get off. It was a good idea.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh, the next challenge.
Oh, good.
You probably go over there.
Yeah, shall I carry on around?
Let me see if I can get you.
You can see what the recent storm has done. So we've already had to go around one fallen tree. And this is the next one, where I'll be honest, I would have trapped myself if Alex wouldn't have come to save me. So we need to see if Alex can squeeze under there or not. It's incredibly tight. I love all of the little lanes that off-roading affords you to be able to see, stuff that you wouldn't really have any idea exists. So we've come from that direction over there, and relatively speaking, this is much tamer than the other one, although in this direction it's going to be more boggy, so I'll have to mentally prepare myself for a different kind of riding now. It can't be more than 6 or 7 degrees, and I love how moody it is. And honestly, wearing the right gear, like we're in today, there's no element of cold at all. I've taken off most of my thermals now, and just with one layer pretty much, totally fine. This one, really steep slope, just with wet leaves everywhere, and that was way too slippery for me. And to watch Alex come down with almost no grip on the tires and then try to come back up, and he couldn't get up because there's just no grip coming up. Yeah, that's too sketchy for me. Oh, this is nice.
Right, it's about a mile.
Yep.
But you might get a bit intimidated at the top because it's steep and it's rocky, but it has more grip than leafy and clayey. So if you chug it, you'll be fine.
Okay. Alex, as much more of an off-road expert than I am, how highly do you rate these bikes as off-road machines?
I'd say, you know, if I was looking, if I was in the market for a scrambler, I think this would be the one I got. Yeah, with some off-road tyres. Suspension is great. Engine is great. It looks cool. So if I was going to do some serious off-road, put some maybe tyres on it, better tyres, and good to go. Wouldn't do much.
Do you know, for me, the thing that really stood out for me was I fully expected to come on this day with you and think, come on, this is just stupid. A big 1200 Scrambler that looks amazing. This is going to be ridiculous for me. I'm not going to be able to cope off-roading, because when I was out on the v-strom, I really struggled coping. But this is the full package. This is arguably the best bike, the best looking bike in Triumph's lineup, but it's got the ability to go with it. You can imagine if you put some proper off-road tyres on,
yeah,
this is a bit of a weapon,
yeah,
going off-road. It's the ruggedness as well for me. You know,
yeah,
watching you there, and I caught that on camera. Yeah, watching you manhandling the bike up there. I love the idea of a bike that for me can look even better with a few scratches, you know, covered in mud, yeah, and stuff like that. You're not worried about the plastic getting scraped or anything like that. That for me is the exact way scramblers should be used. Just like if you drop it, you pick it up, you rough it up a bit, you scratch it up. We've put these through a lot of punishment.
Yeah.
And you've put it through even more before,
yeah,
I joined today. How have you found they've coped with proper abuse?
Really well, dude. We had one upside down, probably shouldn't say it, but we had one upside down the other day. Jasper had gone up this hill and the back lost traction, ended up, his bike was upside down on the bank, and we just pulled it round, started up, away it went. Not that that's what you should be doing with it, but they're so rugged, I rate them very highly.
You know, I was thinking as I was just riding here to wrap up the video, someone told me recently, if you do anything for 10,000 hours, you will be a pro at it, regardless of what it is. And I was thinking to myself, okay, wait. I must have done now, probably with you, Alex, 8 hours off-roading. So I only have 9,992 hours left to be a pro at it. But for me, probably the most motivating thing, considering I'm now on a 1200 over the 800, I was, for me, about a good 5% better than last time. And the biggest thing for me is, I was slightly less scared than last time. And I think it's often the fear that cripples you, especially when you're off-roading. So I think, am I pushing it too far to say the future's looking quite rosy for my off-road motorcycling career? So thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Thank you, Alex, for having me. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you all in the next one.